You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking that it's Friday. So happy Friday. We made it to the end of the week. Last rest day, kind of. Because tomorrow we got the 5K, which will be fun. First race with Sheldon. That'll be fun. But I say technically because Sunday is going to be a rest day. But then we're gonna get into the new training plan. Um, but you know what else I was thinking about? I I didn't. I don't know. I was trying to think of something to talk about for the vlog today because I haven't really had much to talk about. Just because it's like rest week. But I was thinking about choices and like the paradox of having a lot of choices and not being able to choose at all. And it just felt super relevant to me because that's something that I feel like I struggle with in terms of things that just take up like a lot of my mind space. And that's because I like doing multiple things. I like doing a lot of things, not like a lot of things, but the way I do things is by going all in. And so I'm not ever really satisfied by just doing a thing because um, I'm not ever really satisfied unless I'm like going all in on something. And there is something to say about that, like and I don't know if it's like I don't think it is like the grind set mindset ecosystem um, where you think you have to be the best and commoditize your hobbies and all of that. But I think it's because I just get bored easily. And if I'm doing something at a level that I've done before, or if it's not helping me grow in any way, then I just get like bored. Um, that was one of the problems I was facing like the very first time I tried training for a marathon last year. I did the half, no, I did a 10K with Jude, and then we were training for a full marathon, and I just got bored because it had us doing like 6 mile runs again. These like longer distance runs, but weren't higher than I had done before. So it's like, oh, I've done this before. I'm like, I don't really feel like doing another set of like 8 mile runs, 6 mile runs, whatever. Like I just want to get to the good stuff, and I want to, I want to see, how far I can go because that's interesting. Um, which is another thing to say about like loving the journey, not the destination. But I think it is still loving the journey. It's just when I know there's so much more out there, like I want to see the whole journey. Nah, I don't know. I think the reason maybe I've shifted in that mindset and like doing like long runs or like doing like morning runs that are like 5 miles is because it gave me a little something every time because now I'm or not now, but like when I was training for the marathon and doing morning runs, I was kind of taking it easier and just enjoying it. And I was listening to podcasts, and it got me up in the morning, and it felt really good in the morning. Um, so I think I've kind of conquered that in that way. And now that I really had been moderately deep into the marathon training, like it was interesting enough. Um, but oh gosh, such a tangent of a conversation, of a rant. Um, but yeah, I think I just really enjoy um, going hard in the things I do. But that poses a challenge because you can't give 100% to more than one thing, or else you're not giving 100%. You're splitting it up. Um, and so I have my work, which is animation. I work in animation and design and like art direction and stuff like that. Kind of the whole pipeline. And motion design. And then I want to make art in my free time to get better. One, to get better for work, but two, because I feel like I have potential. I feel like I have a lot more potential in art to give. Um, and then three, I really like weightlifting too, and I want to see. I like being strong and big and stuff like that, but uh, that also interferes with running because I really like running too, and I want to see my potential there. Um, and those two contradict each other at the highest level. Where if I want to be really good at strength training, I need to eat like a metric ton of food if I'm also going to be running. And if I'm running at a high level, the less I am over encumbered by muscle, then the better it is I am as a runner. And also, it's all about training time too. How many hours of a day am I going to spend training in both things? Um, yeah, so I'm constantly over encumbered by the choices I have, because I want to excel in all those different things. But I don't know. I think I mean I don't have a pure solution to this problem, but if you're someone out there with similar problems of multiple passions which you want to fulfill greatly and excel in, um, then I am here to tell you that you are not alone. That's all I can say because I don't really have a solution. Um, my only thing I could say is to pick one. If you are the type of person that has to go all in on something and you have multiple passions, pick one and see how much regret you have of not doing the others. Um, and then try doing the next one, going all in, and see how much regret you have of not doing the others. I say regret and not like pick one and see how much you enjoy it because I am assuming you already enjoy all the things you want to do, but I think the biggest thing is to live without regret. So pick, try going all in on each different thing, and then just see how much regret you have of not doing the others. And know that you can't maximize life. You can't live a 100% maximized life because that's not possible, right? I guess what you could do is go all in on one thing for a little bit until you feel fulfilled in that, and then move to the next thing, um, which could be something I do. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if running is going to be something I do forever. But the one thing I do like about running is it is something you can do forever. There are some like really old people who are runners and still perform really well. And I don't know, there's always something to chase, even as you get older. So that's something I do like about running. I also like that about art because I feel like you can make art until you die. And you can keep learning in art until you die. You can never really truly master art. But you know, I think for me it's just coming to terms of reality. You know, it's nice to try and have everything, but you can't have everything. You gotta you gotta pick something and commit to it, or else you end up picking nothing and then following none of your passions and then not being happy because you didn't do anything. So I don't know. Kind of my thought process. It's something that I think about a lot and deal with a lot, just because. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Anyways, excited for tomorrow. Excited for racing. Maybe after this 5K, I can convince Sheldon to do a 10K with me, and then maybe after a 10K, I can convince him to do a half marathon with me. And then maybe after the half marathon, oh, you're already halfway there. You might as well do a whole marathon. No, I don't know. It could be fun though. We'll see. We'll see how we do tomorrow.